Right, a lot of people on the internet don't know how to record with Fraps and then upload Fraps to YouTube without having to wait for days. So, first of all, you want to set up Fraps, which there's 101 million different ways of doing this. Obviously, basically, when you first get Fraps and you see this and it's all confusing, you want to go over to movies, and depending on the power of your computer, you either want to go for full size or half size. Now, if you're playing games at 1080p and you put it to half size, that's not 720, that's 580, so you're not going to be getting HD quality if you do half size, but it will be a smaller file and a lot easier to record. If you want to record your voice while you're doing it, you need to click record external input and choose your input device. In my case, it's the same one as this. F9 is the short key to start recording, but you need to be in the game first before that works. So that's how you set up Fraps, and that literally is it. I mean, FPS is something you can choose as well. Again, depends on your preference. You can upload 60 FPS, I think, on YouTube now, but that's buggy as hell. Not a lot of people doing it. So once you've actually got the video, I have all of mine saved to a location. Oh, that's something I should probably talk about. When you want to save Fraps files, you can change where you save them to. I've got mine to my secondary drive, documents, and on the Fraps. That's important. So you can see I've got two files here. This is the most recent Far Cry video that I've recorded, and this is an edited, compressed version. You can see the file size difference. 871,000 kilobytes is 872 megabytes roundabouts. This file here is 38 gigs. That's big. I mean, that's the size of quite a lot of new games coming out. If you upload this to Facebook, to YouTube, it'll pretty much just tell you no, go away, that's too big. And if you haven't been recording for as long as this, you've only been recording for a few seconds or even a minute or so, the file size will still be very big and it'll take a hell of a long time to upload. So really, I mean, there's a lot of ways of doing this. You can get expensive software, but the easiest way and the cheapest way is just to get Movie Maker and open it with Movie Maker. And in here, it'll load up your movie, and this is decent editing software. I mean, you can put an intro into it, you can do this, that, and the other. You can cut it if there's a boring part. You would just go up to wherever the boring part is, right click and click split, and it would split it. So really, it's kind of hard to say I recommend this, but I don't. So, because I mean, I use it for a lot of my stuff because it's easy, but if you really want to get into making YouTube videos, don't bother with this because you can't really do a lot, and the rendering isn't good and the compression is not good. But that's a very confusing subject when you start talking about how compression affects the way the video looks, and temporal compression and other compression and stuff. There are a lot of videos on that you should look up. But anyway, this is a very basic tutorial. I've waffled on for quite a long now. So you want to come up here to this little sort of file icon. And then you want to click Save Movie. You can upload it directly to YouTube if it works. Mine doesn't work at all because of reasons. I just can't log into my YouTube account. So you click on Save Movie and you've got a whole different thing. You won't see this. YouTube 720, you won't see that. I'm going to show you how to make that. So you hover over the arrow and go right the way down to the bottom. And you click Create Custom Setting. And when you're in this, there are a few things you need to bear in mind that I'm going to have to go through. So if you want to upload, if you record a 1080p video on Fraps, but you don't want to upload 1080p, you only want to upload 720p, you need to put that in here. It needs to be 12 by 80 pixels width, and the height needs to be 720 for it to be a 720p video. And that works fine. FPS, if you've recorded it in 30 FPS, tell it to do it in 30 FPS or you'll get some weird stuff going on. And bitrate is something very advanced that sort of affects the size, but not greatly. So if you set this to sort of 7,000 instead of 8,000, you'll get this, you know, probably 51 megs per minute. And in this case here, it's about a 17-minute video. That's going to equal probably 866, I think, gigs, which is what the other one was. I'm not doing that off the top of my head. 871, there you go. It's not accurate. It will be either slightly larger or slightly smaller, usually slightly larger. And then you click name and you'll type YouTube, whatever, you just type whatever the fuck you want. Click save. Obviously click yes, you want to save it if you just quit out. I didn't because I already have YouTube 720 set up. So this is a 720p video file. You would just do this, click, and call it whatever the hell you want. That'll do. And you click save, and off it goes. It'll start rendering out, and it'll take a long time because it's downsampling and it's doing all the compression and things like that. It'll take a little while. But once you've done that, you'll have something that looks, kind of like this. It's a 720p video. I recorded it in 1080. This is now 720. You can see it's compressed. You can see that it's not perfect quality. There are mushed edges and stuff, but that's a hell of a lot smaller than 38 gigs. This is less than 1 gig, and it came from 38. That's almost 40 gigs. That's a huge difference, and that's how you upload to YouTube. This is the file you upload to YouTube. You never upload the raw file. You can delete that once you've done it. You literally only ever upload less than a gig files for these types of things, especially 720. When it comes to 1080p recording, you can expect it to be larger by about 25%, which is quite a large amount. And if you've got slow internet like me, it will take forever to upload, even at this type. And even then, once you've uploaded a video, YouTube has to process it, and it has to take the initial 720p recording. It uploads it in 480p, so like mobile users and stuff can do it. Actually no, I think they have a different one for mobiles now. So they upload it in 480p for slow computers and one for mobiles, and then they upload the 720 and 1080p versions by processing. They have to process them, and they go through the servers, and they get checked and everything. That can take, some people say it takes about half an hour. That can take up to a day. So if it's not done within 24 hours, you've probably set something up wrong. It's not going to go in 720p if you haven't uploaded it in 720p. The software I use to record my screen, Snagit, if I click on that and open it up, it lets me highlight an area that I want to record. So I open up the video like this, open up Snagit, choose this bit here, and it will tell me the resolution of the video. So that's pretty much it. That's all you really need to know when it comes to compressing Fraps videos and getting them up onto YouTube without having to wait for, honestly, days. Because that 38 gig, I doubt they'd have let it through, but if they had, it would have taken, well, 38 times longer than this, probably a bit more, like 40 times longer than this to upload. Which is a huge amount when you consider that this is probably going to take 2 or 3 hours to upload to YouTube. So there you go. There's a basic overview of all the things you're going to need. Any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you, because I really have nothing better to do with my time apart from coursework, and fuck that. Bye.